What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, you know it. It's another Dreamers Pro reaction video over here, man. And listen, I mean, the views has been going down for Dreamers Pro. He actually tried to take a shot at Gilbert Arenas, and that was a huge mistake. He's been basically exposing him. And the locker room over there with my boy Reggie, he's been doing an excellent job of really kind of exposing this clown for who he is. He doesn't know anything about the game of basketball. I've been exposing him for the last year. He would go out there and tell you that, oh, NBA players doesn't play any defense when they have all defensive player, like defensive teams. And I can show you thousands of clips of actually NBA players actually, playing defense and everything. So then, he comes out over here and says, there was something about LeBron James gets obliterated on live TV for lying about his greatness. It's some nonsense, and he goes into a whole Kobe, and I don't know what the hell this guy's. I'm still trying to process this thing over here, man. But let's listen into what he actually gets to say, and let's actually react to it.
Invent reality, act as if he was the only one on planet Earth, and he's the only one that had the. This is what Rich Paul does. Him and Rich, this is what they do. At first I thought it was Rich Paul. This is how these dudes, this is what they believe. They really believe that they are entitled to their own facts. But you see, liars never have any proof. LeBron said all of this. Now, what happened? About a month or so ago, we produced this show on some comments that was made by LeBron's former teammate in Dwayne Wade, when Dwayne Wade publicly revealed in front of Pau Gasol and Tony Parker that the reason they ended up forming that big three was because they got sick and tired of Kobe Bryant winning championships, and they wanted to form a team to stop Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol's Lakers. For those of you who don't remember that, take a quick listen to what Dwayne Wade had to say about that. Take a listen to that.
I remember cutting my TV off. Kobe ran and grabbed that ball. I was like, LeBron.
All right, bro. Especially losing against them before.
I'm not lying to you. I cut the TV off when I watched that, and I watched Kobe run and grab the ball and celebrate. I was like, what you gonna do? That was our summer free agency. Yeah. They were dominating. Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now you got 5 and we got 1? No. So yeah, that was a.
It's great how
it changed the league.
How he created that. Yeah, no, thank you. We're proud of that. Yeah.
So you heard Dwayne Wade. That was Dwayne Wade. So help me figure this out. LeBron believes that his career, he would have gone on to have a similar career had he not joined the Miami Heat, but he felt the need to team up with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, who had led the league in scoring the year before, who was the Finals MVP, to go join him to be able to stop Kobe. Help me figure it out. So
he was actually getting bounced out the first round before Shaquille O'Neal actually even got there. I don't know what the Dreamers Pro over here. I mean, Charleston. Wait, hold on. It's Carlton. Charles. I mean, I keep. Like I said, he looks like Fresh Prince, the guy Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, there's so much similarities over there. But yes, D-Wade was actually getting bounced out the first round I was watching D-Wade in Miami. And he was getting bounced out the first round for years. And then Shaquille O'Neal got there and they actually won a ring.
You gonna go? You gonna go to LA? You gonna join the Lakers? Tell me, where was you gonna go to OKC? Because we know you wasn't gonna do it by yourself. We know that for a fact. You would never attempt to do it by yourself. You're not Michael Jordan. You need super team. You need them.
Michael Jordan had a super team. What is he talking about? And I keep saying this over here. There was no competition in Michael Jordan's era. I mean, you didn't have the 3-point shooters. I mean, you have like 3 guys on a team now that can drop 30-something points now. And they can actually shoot the 3. What was it? In Utah, you had, what do you call it, man? Jeff Hornacek, Karl Malone, John Stockton. Who on that team was, like let's say, Jordan-like a high percentage one-on-one player? Byron Russell? I mean, I mean, those guys couldn't shoot threes that actually save your life. And if you actually play basketball, I mean, for people that actually watching this show over here that actually plays basketball, guarding the three-point line is actually hard. It's not easy. Okay? It takes a lot of energy to go out there, especially when they setting screens and everything. Come on, man.
Let's be for real. LeBron and his fans have been super disrespectful to Dwayne Wade. Super disrespectful. Dwayne Wade, had it not been for Dwayne Wade, LeBron would probably only have 2 rings. Had it not been for the Miami Heat and Dwayne Wade, he would probably have 2. We're not just talking about what he did for him on the court. We're talking about the stuff that Stephen A. Smith was alluding to. You jokers are running around talking about LeBron is better. When was the time Kobe ever had anybody come up to him, clapping in his face like, yo, shoot the ball? When did that ever happen? Because he was so psyched out. When did that ever happen? Kobe Bryant had big cojones. As a rookie, he like, yo, give me the ball. Even if I'm airballing this joint, I'm shooting.
That's why his bitch ass came off the bench for 2 years. And listen, you put LeBron James on that Lakers team. You think like LeBron James actually comes off the bench and plays behind Eddie Jones? Eddie Jones is better than him. What are you talking about?
He wasn't concerned about making the right play, which again is another antic.
And that's when Phil Jackson actually came in and said, hey, yes, Kobe, you actually have to make the right play, okay? I mean, he was a ball hog, okay? He would take bad shots. I did multiple videos on this already, man. I mean, they would be up 15-something points. Nobody wants to play with Kobe, man. Every guy I played, you know, there was people in the park out there, man, who wanted to be like Kobe back then. I mean, Kobe was a big thing. I mean, I love Kobe Bryant too, man. I mean, you know, like I said, watching Kobe actually taught me how to score. And I always say this, Jason Kidd actually taught me how to play the game of basketball. You know, so you understand the actual difference by watching those two. Kobe Bryant actually taught me how to score, and then watching Jason Kidd actually taught me actually how to play the game. But everybody that went into Kobe mode, we would lose the game. We would lose. Playing 3-on-3s or full court or something like that, 2-on-2s, don't want to pass the ball. And then what happens is that you're not touching the basketball. You know, you don't want to play no defense. You're not really into it, you know, because you want to, you want to touch the basketball too. You're not out there just to stand around and actually watch. So if you're not actively engaged, then you're not going to want to play. I mean, this is why LeBron James back in 07 and 08 was able to actually take that Cleveland team, and he was the only high percentage one-on-one player. You know, and all they got to do is just stop LeBron James. That's all you got to do. Get the ball out of his hands, and you know what? Boobie Gibson's gonna beat you. You know, Big Z. I mean, he was the only all-star on that team. So all you got to do is just stop him, get the ball out of his hands, and let somebody else beat you. And they still couldn't do that. Regardless of how bad you actually think the East was back then, all you got to do is get the blitz LeBron. That's it. And it still didn't work. He was actually able to get that team to the finals, okay? And you know, even in the Eastern Conference, you know, you start going in the latter rounds, you know, the coaching gets better, you know, it's not like you're playing trash teams or anything like that, man. So, no, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. We're going to look at the views for a second, man, because the views has actually been dropping since that Gilbert Arenas thing. I mean, he got us exposed. I mean, everything Gilbert's been saying, I've been saying, like, for the last 2 years on his channel in terms about how the old 90s basketball, and for some reason he's in love with the 90s basketball guys, man, and it's like he can't give today's players any kind of respect whatsoever.
Another antic. It's these dudes are nauseating. These dudes are not, and to hear Shannon Sharp, who is one of the, or probably the biggest LeBron James advocate.
All right, so yeah, like they were saying, and I think Dreamers Pro was saying this in the beginning of the show. I don't want to play the whole thing for time constraints, but I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade was the actual leading scorer that year, the first year they actually got together. All right, and they lost. So the second and third year, he gave the keys to LeBron James, and guess what? They actually won. Okay, so yes, LeBron James was the real reason why the Miami Heat actually had success. Yo, my dude, listen, Charles, here's what I suggest you actually do over here, man. Go to the doctor, okay? And let them run a hormone test on you, okay? I'm being serious over here. I am not joking around. You are a highly estrogenic man, okay? You're one of the most emotional men I've ever seen. You might as well put a skirt on you. You're so highly estrogenic, all right? You're missing big boobs and everything, you okay? But you got a female brain, my man. You really do. And I would go and have them, really mess with your testosterone. I promise you it's low because you have female energy really emanating out of you.
That's why Stephen A. Smith said he was shocked. Even me, I was shocked. I had to play it again to understand, wait a minute, Shannon Sharpe is saying this about LeBron James? This can't be right. And the irony is, at the end of this, LeBron fans will still hear that and be like, but why are you hating on his greatness? Oh my God, all the hate that this man has to endure. LeBron runs around and acts like a victim.
No, he doesn't act like a victim. You don't want to give him his actual props. You don't really want to. I'm not a LeBron James fan by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not. I mean, he's not my favorite player in the NBA. Not even in NBA history. My favorite player of all time was Jason Kidd. So I'm actually just being straight up pragmatic over here. To say that Michael Jordan didn't have a super team, are you out of your damn mind? I mean, he had Tony Kukoc. Tony Kukoc back then was a 3-point shooter, a 6'11" 3-point shooter. They played him at the 4 position. Big men back then didn't have the foot speed to go out there and chase that man off the 3-point line, okay? Now, he wasn't with them the entire duration of the championships or anything like that, but Michael Jordan always had a squad. And I'm getting sick and tired of this asshole over here really not acknowledging the other players that actually contribute to actually winning. Okay, basketball is a team sport. This is not boxing, bro. All right, this is a team sport. Michael Jordan had Pippen. He had Kukoc. He had Ron Harper, who averaged 20-something points a game, who's actually a matchup nightmare. Okay, he was a 6'6" point guard. They ran a point for him. He was 6'6". Most of your guards back then was, imagine John Stockton at 6'1", 6'2", and you got Harper at 6'6". It makes a difference, man. Even me, myself, I'm almost 6'1". Somebody that's 6'3" or 6'4", I mean, it's a difference in terms of the height. You see it when you actually play basketball, especially if they have long arms. So, yeah, Michael Jordan actually had a super team, bro. What are you talking about? Scottie Pippen, when Michael Jordan retired, actually took that team. Was a Hugh Hefner call from actually getting to the NBA Finals. They had a super team. I'm just tired of this I'm trying to keep this clean.
When he's the one that puts himself in these situations where nobody forced LeBron to say those things. No one did. Nobody. He said it all on his own. And then it will be the same one, him and his fans, to turn around and talk about nobody loves me. Bro, how could you expect people to love you when you went around and disrespected all of the greatest NBA players to ever play by coming out and calling yourself the great? Even NBA greats, Kevin McHale, Isaiah Thomas, all of these dudes were like, yo, that was...
Isaiah Thomas, who actually saying he's down. I think I was reading something from him. Don't quote me exactly for this, but he was just saying today's NBA players, their skill level and their athleticism level is off the charts. Okay, it's just the players today are much better. It's no disrespect, man. The players today are much better. They're more athletic. I mean, you even see the kids right now, man. I mean, there's 15-year-olds that are damn near taller than me. With bigger bone density and everything, man. I mean, come on, bro. They're more, I don't know what they're putting in the foods and putting in the drinks, but they're longer, they're more athletic. We got 6'11" guys, 7-footers that can shoot the three, that has really good hands, that can handle the ball. I mean, Yeah, I mean, Charles Oakley couldn't do that back then, man. Dribble the damn basketball, shoot. Excuse me, move laterally, slide their feet. I mean, they didn't have those kind of guys back then. Come on, man.
Distasteful. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to be like, well, who the hell would those do? That's the fan base we're talking about. The vast majority of them. Not all of them. Some of them can actually have some decency. The rest of them, they don't. These dudes will be messaging you on Instagram. Hey, yo, son, why you talking about LeBron like that? Why you got to go with my man like that? Come on, son. They be messaging you, these dudes. They're the only fan base that actually message you. At least.
Well, because you constantly hating on LeBron James and the hurdles and the mountains that he actually had to climb to really kind of get these rings, man. I mean, we don't even know who's going to be crowned the NBA champion. There hasn't been a dynasty in like 4 or 5 years. This just shows you how good the league has actually been. It could be Denver. If the Clippers actually get their ish together, could be the Clippers who can actually win. It could be Boston. It could be Milwaukee. We don't know, Well, back in Michael Jordan's era, back in the 90s, we knew. Most, defensively, we actually knew it was going to be the Bulls. Today, we can't even say that. This is the stuff that LeBron James actually has to go through, where MJ didn't have to go. He didn't have to go through all this stuff. It was just a clear-cut thing. We knew back then that the Bulls was the best team, the best roster, the best coach, the best general managers, good city. That actually plays a part of it. You're in Los Angeles, you actually have an advantage. Listen, I want to go at the views over here. So I'm glad, and you saw I gave him a thumbs down. But let's see. Let's go to his recent videos over here, man. And normally you would look at the trajectory back then. Like I say before the Gilbert Arenas thing. I mean, he would have like 50, 60,000 views a video over here, man. But like 7.9 thousand views. 6.7 thousand. Yeah, this is bad, man. This is bad, and I'm glad. I'm not going to stop going at him until this guy is completely annihilated from YouTube. So because he's, like I said, you haven't played basketball, bro. It really shows in terms of your rhetoric. He tried to have Marcellus Wiley on the show. That's one of his biggest viewed videos. Yeah, but it's been, man, this is bad, man. Really, really bad. Now, I haven't had any great success myself, so I can't laugh. But it's actually showing that people's eyes are actually starting to open. And if we can get this guy off of YouTube, it would be a great thing for sports media right here. All right, so I will wrap this video up. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.